Hello and welcome to today's session, children. I am Renuka R, your English teacher. Today we are going to look at the story A Triumph of Surgery, which is a part of your supplementary book, Footprints Without Feet. A Triumph of Surgery, written by James Herriot, is a very interesting lesson, especially for those who love animals, especially dogs. About the author, James Herriot. James Herriot is a vet in Yorkshire, England, during the 1940s. He is assigned to the practice of Sir Fred Feynman, who, together with his mischievous brother Preston, already have a successful business. James undergoes a variety of adventures during his work, which are just as often caused by the characters of the county, including the Foreman brothers as animals in his care. James Herriot was a vet. He loved dogs and had a number of experiences with dog and their owner. He has given very interesting accounts of his expressions. In this lesson, he tells his experience with a rich lady, Mrs. Pumphrey. She loved a dog and overfed him. The dog was seriously ill. He treated the dog without medicines and surgery. And now let us study about the characters of the lesson. Tricky, a name of a dog. So Tricky was a small dog and was excessively loved by his mistress, Mrs. Pumphrey. He was greedy and loved food but no exercise. As a result, he became fat, and Mrs. Pumphrey believed that he became lazy because he suffered from malnutrition. And the next character is James Herriot, the author of the lesson. He is a vet. He was a vet. He was shocked to see hugely fat, like a bloated sausage with a leg at each corner. Means very fat dog. He already advised her to cut down on the sweet things. He expected call came within a few days, and it was happened. He was called by Mrs. Pumphrey as Tricky, refused to eat. He told her that Tricky needed immediate hospitalization for keeping under observation at his surgery a fortnight. There, he gave him no food, no medicine, but plenty of water. Gradually, he mixed with other dogs and started playing with him. He had a lot of exercise and fun at the surgery. And one more character, Mrs. Pumphrey. She was a wealthy woman. She loved her dog too much. She gave him some little extras between meals to build him up, like malt, cod liver oil, and a bowl of Horlicks at night. She gave him lot to eat but no exercise. Once he became ill and she was worried and made it frantic call to Harriet, who was a vet. James already gave suggestions regarding Tricky's balanced diet, but she never followed it. And now let us begin the lesson. I was really worried about Tricky this time. I had pulled up my car when I saw him in the street with his mistress, and I was shocked at his appearance. He had become hugely fat, like a bloated sausage with a leg at each corner. Bloated sausage means something which is filled with food or gas. His eyes bloodshot and rummy. Bloodshot means red eyes. And rummy. Rummy means a watery discharge from a mucous membrane, especially the nose or eyes. Started straight ahead and his tongue lolled from his jaws. Mrs. Pumphrey hastened to explain. Hasten means be quick to do something. Means quickly she started to explain that he was so listless, Mr. Harriet, he seemed to have no energy. I thought he must be suffering from malnutrition. Malnutrition means lack of proper nutrition. So, I have been giving him some little extras between meals to build him up. Some malt and cod liver oil and a bowl of Horlicks at night to make him sleep. Nothing much really. And did you cut down on the sweet things as I told you? Oh, I did for a bit, but he seemed to be so weak I had to relent. He does love cream cakes and chocolate so I can't bear to refuse him. I looked down again at the little dog. That was the trouble. Tricky's only fault was greed. He had never been known to refuse food. He would tackle a meal at any hour of the day or night, and I wondered about all the things Mrs. Pumphrey hadn't mentioned. Are you giving him plenty of exercise? Well, he has his little walks with me, as you can see. But Hodgkin, the gardener, has been down with lumbago. Lumbago means here pain in the muscles and joints of the lower back. So, there has been no ring throwing lately. Now, let me explain this para. The narrator starts telling us that how he was worried about Tricky, a pet dog. The narrator, Mr. Harriet, stops his car as he sees Tricky with his mistress on the road, as the narrator is shocked to see Tricky because he looks like a bloated sausage. He has become very fat. His eyes are red and watery. Mrs. Pumphrey, Tricky's owner, starts giving explanation. She told Mr. Harriet that she thought that Tricky was malnourished because he did not have any energy and excitement. Malnutrition here means malnourished means here um, lack of proper nutrition. She told him that she used to give him malt, cod liver oil, and a bowl of Horlicks at night, apart from his regular meals, so that he could sleep at night. Although she gave him so much to eat, she says that she doesn't give much to eat. Then the narrator asked her if she had cut down on his sweets as he had asked her to do, to which she replies that she did it for a while, but she felt that he was getting weaker, because of which she had to stop being so harsh with him. Also, she says that she is unable to refuse him cakes, chocolates, as those were his favorite things. Then the narrator understood Ricky's problem. The dog was very greedy and could eat at any time of the day. He did not know how to say no to food when his stomach was full. The narrator also thought to himself of all the things that Mrs. Pumphrey would not have mentioned, which she fed Tricky. Again, the narrator asked Mrs. Pumphrey whether Tricky was exercising, to which Mrs. Pumphrey replies that she does take him out for walks once in a while, but he is not playing his ring throwing exercise as a gardener who takes him out to play is not coming these days because of pain in his lower back. And now let's continue the lesson, children. I tried to sound severe. Now I really mean this. If you don't cut his foot right down and give him more exercise, he is going to be really ill. You must harden your heart and keep him on a very strict diet. Mrs. Pumphrey wrung her hands. Oh, I will, Mr. Harriet. I am sure you are right, but it is so difficult, so very difficult. She set off, head down along the road as if determined to put the new regime means a system or order of doing things, into practice immediately. I watched their progress with growing concern. Tricky was tottering. Tottering means move in an unsteady way. Along in his little tweed coat, tweed means here a rough woolen cloth. He had a whole wardrobe of these coats for the cold weather and a raincoat for the wet days. He struggled on, drooping in his harness. I thought it wouldn't be long before I heard from Mrs. Pumphrey. The expected call came within a few days. Mrs. Pumphrey was distraught. Distraught means very worried and upset. Tricky would eat nothing, refused even his favorite dishes, and besides, he had bouts of vomiting. Bouts of vomiting means frequently vomiting. He spent all his time lying on a rug, panting. Panting means taking a short breath. Didn't want to go for walks. Didn't want to go for walks. Didn't want to do anything. I had made my plans in advance. The only way was to get Tricky out of the house for a period. I suggested that he be hospitalized for about a fortnight to be kept under observation. The poor lady almost swooned. Swooned means fainted. She was sure he would pine and die if he didn't see her every day. But I took a firm line. Tricky was very ill, and this was the only way to save him. In fact, I thought it best to take him without delay, and followed by Mrs. Pumphrey's wailings. Wailings means crying with pain. I marched out to the car carrying the little dog wrapped in a blanket. Children, here the narrator tried to talk seriously to Mrs. Pumphrey that if she did not control Tricky's eating habits and increased his exercise, he would soon fall ill. He told her that she should stay strong and strict with him and put him on a diet. Mrs. Pumphrey accepted that although she knew that Mr. Harriet was right, but it was too difficult for her to refuse him for anything. But then she left the place as if she was now ready to follow the new routine properly. Mr. Harriet was watching them go and looking at Tricky walking unsteadily. The narrator was also looking at the tweed coat that Tricky was wearing. He had a wardrobe full of these coats. Means here the Tricky. The Tricky had a wardrobe full of coats and also raincoat for the rainy days. This line suggests that Mrs. Pumphrey was a rich lady and she had a lot of money to spend on a dog. But the narrator knew that soon he would be receiving a call about Tricky falling ill, and finally it came. The call came after a few days. Mrs. Pumphrey was very upset as Tricky was not eating anything, not even his favorite dishes, and was vomiting frequently. He did not even want to do anything. Being a veterinary doctor, the narrator knew that the only way to get Tricky well was to get him out of the house for a few days. He then suggested to Mrs. Pumphrey that it would be good to get Tricky hospitalized and keep him under observation for 15 days. Upon hearing this, Mrs. Pumphrey nearly fainted. She was sure that If Tricky did not see her every day, he would surely die. But the narrator kept his words. He told her that this was the only option as Tricky was very ill. The narrator thought it would be best to avoid any delays and get him to the hospital as soon as possible. He went to their house, and even though Mrs. Fambry was crying because she did not want her dog to go away from her, he took the dog, wrapped it in a blanket, and put him in the car. So, children, so let us continue the next part of the lesson in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye bye.